I love it. That is Angel. That is BF Raid, Boston's final raid. That is from the album Raided Again. This is Matt Connarton Unleashed. We have entered our third hour numero trace. Jenny is here as well, of course, at the news table.
Present and accounted for.
And joining us in studio, we have Matt, Bruce, and Bill from BF Raid. Welcome, guys.
Hey, thanks for going.
I love that. I love that. Yeah, great track. Got a lot of energy, and it's fun, and great pick to open the show. We'll play more, of course, later in the show, but Actually, well, here, let's do this because I want to make sure all your mics are working. I feel like I couldn't hear somebody. Matt, let's start with you. What do you do in the band?
I play the bass guitar. Oh,
okay.
Is that working?
That's working.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Yep. I'm responsible for the low end of the spectrum.
Okay, excellent. I'm also a bass player, so we share the same name and instrument.
I guess I should start a show. I should start a radio show.
Maybe you should. That might be your
Follow the same
destiny.
path, yeah.
And Bruce?
I take care of the guitars, a bit of the keyboards, and a bit of the writing. Composing.
Okay. And Bill?
I am the lead screecher, the lead singer, the hummer, and I do a lot of the percussion.
Okay, all right, very good.
Our drummer's not with us today, Jamie.
Okay, what is he playing in? Is he busy with another band?
Better not be.
He's working.
Well, because the reason I ask is so it's become a running theme on the show. Every drummer is in like 10 different bands because there just aren't enough drummers to go around.
I don't think he is, but these two are in another band.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
You got another band? Yeah. Together?
Yes.
Oh, what is it? I'm curious now.
It's called Every Bitter Man.
Okay.
So it's a cover type of thing.
Okay. That's a cool name. Yeah. I like that. Before we go any further, so I'm going to put the camera back on me for a minute because you guys brought a whole bag of stuff here. So
Really goodie bag.
we love this. So for
Swagger.
those,
Their bag is really neat because their
I
bag
know.
even has a pocket on the side. That's like
that's amazing.
a pocket
This
is everything.
This is pretty sweet. Yeah.
It is.
So it's got the album cover on one side and got your logo there on the back.
I love your logo, by the way. That's really
thank you.
cool.
Absolutely. Now, the first thing I'm going to pull out of here specifically because we need to make sure we mention this.
Oh, yes. I'm dying to see this. I haven't seen the print yet.
So this is the you guys are featured in the November-December issue of our good friends at Paper Jam. In fact, I saw Sheila Russo in the chat room.
Yeah.
So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
It was a lot of fun. They are so great to work with, and Sheila and Tony and John. They're just awesome people, and I really feel like we made some friends for life.
Yeah.
We really like
They're awesome.
We really like them.
What they're
Cool
doing
people.
for independent music is just absolutely amazing. I absolutely love it. But this is great. I'm so happy you brought that because I wanted to see the copy in my hands. I really wanted to flip through the pages. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, Paper Jam is amazing. By the way, so I'm going to, again, for the benefit of those watching online, I am going to flip to your article. But first, when I open this up, the first thing I see on the very first page inside is that sexy Matt Connarton Unleashed logo.
Woo, woo, woo.
Very much,
Sexy man.
we're very
Yeah,
proud to partner with them on this. We had them on the show a number of months ago, and just a great conversation. And what they're doing for the scene is just remarkable. But
It's like I said, it's like I feel like we have the perfect symbiosis.
absolutely. And there we go. There's BF Raid in there.
BF Raid.
Yeah. Very
Oh,
nice.
I love it.
Very nice. Congratulations on this, guys.
Thank you.
That's fantastic. It's a whole big interview here too. That's great. That is fantastic. Outstanding.
Yes, if you haven't checked out Paper Jam, you gotta check it out.
Yes. And they're doing, this is an actual print copy. That's what they do.
They have an online version and they have a print copy version, and you can get that. Oh my.
A hat? Very nice.
He loves hats.
I do. I love hats. I'll put this on when we do pictures at the end of the show. I will wear that in the picture. Absolutely. Oh, you brought us shirts.
Oh.
2 of them, one for each of us. Very nice.
I love shirts.
Very nice.
I wear
yes.
t-shirts.
Yes, absolutely. Very cool.
Nice. Very nice.
Wait,
Very cool.
These aren't.
These are nice shirts.
Yeah,
wow.
I was gonna say these aren't cheap ones either. These are really nice.
No, they get the full logo on the back and the full album cover on the front. Quite lovely.
Yeah. Oh,
You guys really went all out for us. My goodness. Jeez.
You did. A lot of our guests bring us goodies, but you guys really went for it.
Oh,
A mug?
Ooh. I love that.
A nice BF Raid mug. Very cool. For
Better to
No
have
liquids in
coffee
the studio.
what's that?
No liquids in the studio.
No liquids in the suit. Well, we can have
Not, you can have it in a closed water.
we can have water. Well, 2 mugs, so one for each of us. Very nice.
I know what I'm having my coffee in.
And Jenny's favorite thing, stickers.
Stickers. I love stickers.
Very cool.
I've always had a thing for stickers.
Absolutely.
And I'm glad that they've come back into popularity because
My stickers, Bruce.
And there's some stuff in the mug.
Oh, there is. Oh, geez.
oh my God.
Oh, we got
Guys,
some,
you went way over.
Now this is a great idea. Oh, so there's a couple of guitar picks in there.
Nice.
I don't want to take them out of the bag. 'Cause
Ooh,
I'll
I'm
lose
going to be
them.
making a nice frame out of that one.
And you've got the now the QR code, which this is something that a lot of people are doing now. The QR code, does that bring you right to the website? Does it bring you to the album?
It goes to a promotional site called Here Now.
Okay.
And that has, you can play the music there, but it has links to Amazon, Spotify, Bandcamp, our website, YouTube,
Yeah.
everything.
That's
So
awesome.
it's like a little hub.
Yeah.
And for us, coming back to music, you know, when I handed Billy the cards, he was like, okay, this is strange. Because we would have to run around and give people cassettes or,
Right.
and
Yeah.
now you just slip them a card and it's done.
Things have changed. Yeah. No, thank you guys for bringing that. That's
Very
amazing.
spoiling. Very spoiling.
So you guys, you've been around a long time, but it
Yeah.
sounds like you had a long break. And I mean, Matt, I suspect from looking at you, you probably haven't been around
Yeah, it
as
was-
long as these guys. But
Yeah,
He's younger than my kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not in
Mine
the original
too.
iteration, yeah, for sure.
That hurts, doesn't it? I feel it.
It's actually really good because Matt adds a real different perspective
Yeah.
to the band, the music, and just our views of different things, and even the way we promote the band, talk about the band. You know, he's like, you know, hey, you know, oh guys, you got to get on TikTok or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Never
keeps
said
us
that.
up to
For the
date.
record, for the
Keeps us
record.
up to date on the new lingo and the.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's
Shoot
good.
down a couple of things like, no, you can't say that. People are going to make fun of you on the internet.
Right. Well, it's good to have that. Yeah, it's good to be able to have that perspective of the
Yeah.
band. Yeah, absolutely. When did you guys start? When did? Because I mean,
Bruce and I have known each other since we were 3.
oh wow, no kidding.
We grew up. Our moms took us to the same park when we were down in Malden, Massachusetts, north of Boston.
Yeah.
And you know, then we went to school and kind of lived on opposite sides. But we got together in our teens and just started throwing things around. And then I joined his band with the drummer and bass player back in
81.
81.
Okay. Yeah.
So, and the bass player, Len Pond, we were pretty much born across the street from each other.
Yeah.
So I've known Len since I've known life. And yeah, we just came up with this idea. And I was in a couple of bands before.
Same.
And Len's brother turned us on to like Judas Priest and Def Leppard. And this is before Def Leppard were really big around here.
Yeah.
He had come back from the army with all these 8-tracks of like Legs Diamond and AC/DC. And even our friends are like, what's this AC/DC thing?
Yeah.
And we just, loved it. And, we just decided we're going to do a new band, and it's just going to be the loudest, most obnoxious thing you've ever heard in your life. I think we hit that goal.
Yeah. But the songs are, they're catchy. They're very accessible, I think, you know. So 83, is that when you started because you have that demo, which is available on your website, the 83 demo.
Yes.
Is that the first thing you guys recorded as a unit?
Yes.
It is.
Okay.
The
Okay.
only.
The only.
Yeah.
Then basically after that, we kind of all went our own separate ways.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was in another heavy metal band for many years after that.
Oh, what band?
Erotica.
Okay.
Yeah, with
Okay.
a K. Erotica with a K.
Okay.
Like Be Afraid, we played all over Boston, Cambridge, Somerville, Revere,
Yeah.
that whole area. And that was more of a hair band kind of a. Actually, it was a lot like Skid Row, that kind of funky hair band metal.
Yeah.
Extreme thing. They all wanted to move to California and become stars, and I decided to get married and have kids. Took the safe route.
Oh, no kidding. No
Yeah.
kidding.
And then I formed another band called Ill Wind, and that was with our current drummer. So the drummer we're working with now in Be Afraid is my drummer from like 86, 87.
Oh, okay. Wow. Damn. Well, let's play another track, and then I wanna come back and get to know you guys a little bit more and your history and everything. But what was the other one? Oh, Becky, we were talking about off air, maybe playing.
That's our newest song.
That's the newest one. Okay, yeah, let's give this a spin. I love all of these. I listened to the whole album, and I honestly just think you guys are amazing. But these are the kind of songs that get stuck in your head. You know what I mean? like you don't just listen and then you forget about them. They get stuck in your head. So let's give this a listen. This is Becky, and then we're gonna come back and talk to these guys some more. BF Raid, Boston's Final Raid. I have no idea what the name means. I'm very curious to ask you guys about that, but we'll save that for after the track. Let's give this a listen. This is called Becky. I love it. It's got that big dramatic ending too. That is Becky. That's BF Raid, Boston's Final Raid. And we have the guys here with us live in studio. And all right, so I need to know this. What does the name mean?
So keep in mind the name was the creation of 16 and 17-year-olds.
Yeah.
So we liked the name Raid. We loved it. And every time we came up with a band name, someone had it. And then we thought, Air Raid, like AIR, Air Raid.
Okay.
And then we thought Air Raid, EAR Raid. And we're like, no, we just like Raid.
Yeah.
So it's kind of stupid for a metal band, but we said, hey, we'll just throw some random letters in front of it, like REO Speedwagon, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because the REO in REO Speedwagon doesn't actually mean anything,
Yeah.
right? It's just
Right.
yeah.
Just there.
so out of the ear, we just picked BNF,
Yeah.
not even meaning for it to be like Be Afraid.
Oh, okay.
So, and
But also, if you say it fast, be afraid.
yeah.
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 Oh, okay. See, that didn't even occur to me. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, all right.
Everyone I've like told about it thinks that like they see the website and they're like, "Be afraid." They're like, "Oh, that's a cool name."
Yeah,
I'm like what?
yeah.
And then they're like, "That's wasn't the point at all."
Right.
Actually.
Yeah.
It was just an accident.
What are we supposed to be afraid of? It's like, no. So,
No, of us.
Yeah.
so originally the name was Bloody F word with an ING Raid.
Yeah.
And then we started to get booked, and we started to get, obviously we can't say that on radio, right?
Right. Yeah, that is correct.
So we just
Cleaned it up.
We
Yeah.
cleaned it up to Boston's final Raid,
Oh, okay.
which still means nothing.
It's all good.
Yeah.
But it's a great name. It's just us, and we've never had to compete with anyone for that name.
Right. Which is important, and was especially important back then. You know, today it's because of the internet. It's very easy to figure out if somebody already has something.
True.
But back then, yeah, you could run into all kinds. You know, there might be a band. You know, you could pick a name, and there's another band, and they're signed. Maybe they just got signed to a label somewhere, and you have no idea because, you know, until you start hearing their name, you just don't know. So it's smart to pick something that, you know, nobody else is likely to come up with, you know? Yeah. And, so tell me again, so did you guys, after the 83 demo, did you guys, and, you know, you played out a lot and, but has it really been this huge gap in time with the band or?
No, so you know, Bill and I have been friends all the way through.
Yeah.
So we would always see each other at weddings or barbecues at each other's houses. And Bill, we got to jam. I don't have the time. I don't have the time. Bill, we got to jam. Or I'd go over Bill's. I'd bust out a guitar. Bill would sing, get behind the drums or whatever. But I don't have the time. And Jamie, I credit Jamie. Jamie kind of was like, you guys have to do the original demo. Victim and Angel.
Now who is Jamie?
Jamie's the drummer.
Our drummer.
Okay.
Not here.
Okay. Gotcha.
And he's like, I always wanted to do those songs. We'll go in the studio, we'll do them. And it was like, well, if we're going to do Victim and Angel, we have to do Who Cracked the Egg.
Well, that's really not how. That's really not how we got all together.
It was a little
He
bit
kind
more.
of roped and doped me in.
It was
Oh,
and said,
really?
you know,
Yeah.
It was a little
Well, come on,
manipulative.
we'll just jam. You know, it's nothing. It's very casual. Come on, we'll just do a couple of covers. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
And within 2 sessions, it was like, okay, we got like 7 songs ready to go.
Oh, wow. No
yeah,
kidding.
like Bruce mentioned, we're in a band that does covers, and we were in our rehearsal space. And he's like, a friend of mine's going to come in and sing with us one time. So Bill showed up and did some stuff with us, and then Bruce was like, "So, what would you think about playing bass with us and doing some of our original things?" And I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this was a setup from the beginning. I get it now." Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I mean, even after Erotica, that was probably around 87, 88. I own my own business, so I wear a lot of hats.
Yeah.
And a very busy guy. You know, raising a family.
Yeah.
And I got into a Christian rock band. I used to sing and play drums at a Lutheran church in Topsfield.
Okay.
And I did that for almost 3 years. And actually, I absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it. Because I hadn't played in a long time. I was briefly in a cover band after Erotica called Fido's Gone Mad. This is when my kids were really small.
Yeah.
And we played a lot of places as well. And I know Bruce was, you know, he was off doing his thing. We never really kind of crossed paths other than, like he said, you know, at a barbecue or a wedding or something like that. And, you know, we're 60 now. And to come back to this is very special.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Very
cool.
special.
That's cool. Well, we should play another track from the album. How long has this been out, by the way? This is relatively new, right?
Yes.
About a month.
Oh, wow. Very new. Very new. Is this did you guys do this with a label, or is this all DIY? Or
This is all DIY. So we recorded at the Record Co. in Boston, which any musicians listening, they're great. It's a nonprofit,
yeah.
so they subsidize the cost of the recording.
Oh, no kidding.
They have every piece of equipment you would need to use, from amps to guitars to drums, which is funny because when Bill got in there, he was like a kid in a candy store.
I can imagine. Yeah.
And he sees the percussion area and he's running up and down the aisles like, I got this. He comes back with an African djembe drum.
Yeah.
And
We're gonna use this.
and we're doing Becky, and I'm, doing the hardcore punk part in the beginning, and he has a djembe drum, and it's our attitude. It's like, we'll allow it, and he
Yeah.
put the djembe drum in Becky, and it works.
Yeah.
And that's been like our attitude. It's, hey, just try it. It takes us 3 minutes.
Right.
Always
Play
say
the
that.
song.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you came down with a xylophone in your hand, I got a little worried.
Understandable. Well, what should we play next? I'll let you guys pick from
Schmo?
the album.
Yeah, Schmo would be good.
Schmo. Oh yeah. You had mentioned that. You had referred to that earlier. Joe Schmo. Any kind of now is Joe Schmo an actual person? Is there any kind of
It is
a story
indeed.
behind this?
So when I was a teenager, there was this guy, this cat, and he was a cross of Alice Cooper and Jesus Christ himself. That's what he looked like visually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very thin, veiny,
Yeah.
long hair, no front teeth. Funny guy. But he had this dark side. Obviously, he had some kind of a past.
Yeah.
And, I hung with him for a long time, just here and there.
Yeah.
And he just did some bizarre things, so I wrote a song about him.
All right.
And it's kind of funny. I mean, I knew Joe too through Billy, and he was a very spastic person. So when we revisited this in the studio, I said I have to play a spastic lead that is all over the place. So that lead that's Joe, but then we also added Matt's bass solo,
Yeah.
which was never in the original song, and then that interlude afterwards is another piece of music that we were like, well, we never recorded this before. No one's heard it before.
Yeah.
So we, we changed it dramatically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing like the original.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's give this a listen. This is called Joe Schmo. This is BF Raid, Boston's final raid.
His name was Joe. He was wild and fast. From the police to the layman, he was
I was so inspired by that. I had to change my hat. Very, very cool. That is called Joe Schmo. The band is BF Raid, Boston's final raid, and they are joining us here this morning on Matt Connarton Unleashed as we are live from the studios of WMNH 95.3 FM. And we've been talking and playing some tracks from the new album Rated Again. And of course, these guys are the one of the features in the current issue of Paper Jam, or the November-December issue, and which is very, very cool. How did you guys get connected with Paper Jam?
It was Facebook mainly. They kept popping up in my feed, and
Yeah.
A friend of ours in another band was working with them, and I was like, "Wow, these people seem really cool."
Yeah.
And I reached out to Sheila, and we just immediately hit it off with Sheila and Tony, and went from there.
Yeah. Yeah. Excellent. Did you go there for the print interview, or?
No, we it was funny because I felt like it was the pandemic all over again, because we're all on Microsoft Teams.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it was a
Gotcha.
Teams
Yeah.
meeting.
Yeah. That whatever works. Very cool. Now, are you guys playing out at all, or the subject kind of came up off air?
So once again, Bill will say never.
Right.
Like
right.
he was never going in the studio, and he was never doing more than 2 songs, maybe 3 songs. Oh, Bill, it's 5 songs now. Hey, Bill, it's 7 songs. So, and now we're going in to do a second album, right? So,
Oh, you are?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, but playing out, I mean, and let's be honest, I go to bed at 9:30. Okay, so I'm up at 5:30. I go to bed at 9:30.
Right. Right.
I think I'm looking for the right gig.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
something-
under the right circumstances.
Something early in the evening.
Yeah.
Earlier. Like-
I'll recant on the never.
We're going to open for the early bird buffet.
Happy hour.
The blue hair special.
I mean, so like Bill, do you kind of have the itch? You just don't think it would be practical necessarily, or?
I did it so much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know it's involved. It's a lot of work. It's late nights.
Yeah.
And I don't have the itch to do it. I would do it under the right circumstances, like I told these guys.
Yeah.
I've just got, I've got a ton of stuff going on in my life.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not even going to bring it up. It's just, I'm a busy guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, this is a release for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not looking for another job.
Right.
So if it stays fun, I will play out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
coming home at 2 a.m, getting up at 5 to,
Right.
to go to work, and not that I have never done it. I did it all through my 20s.
Yeah. Yeah.
But at this stage of my life, I like the creature comforts.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No,
Understandable.
I hate to rat her out, and I'll probably take heat for this. But Bill's wife, Joanna, texted me, and she was like, "You got to get him on a stage."
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna steal her spandex pants again.
But as much as Bill's like, "Oh, well, if it was the right thing," yeah, I guarantee people, if you get Bill on a stage and you put a microphone in front of him, it's not like, okay, whatever. It's boom, he's wound up like the Energizer Bunny.
Yeah.
And he's like all over the place, and it's fun for me.
I get the karaoke crowd going.
Yeah.
It's fun for me as a guitar player to be on stage with Bill,
Yeah.
because we really feed off each other's energy, and it's the live BF Raid shows were pretty wild, to say the least.
I can imagine. Yeah.
This was before the mosh pit scenes. You know what I mean? We kind of had our own little mosh pit on stage, him and I.
Yeah.
The Ratskeller, and
Yeah.
great times.
I-
Great times.
I think the best quote from the Rat was my dad. And Dad, I have to clean this up for radio. And he's watching us. I'm doing backflips off the stage.
Yeah.
We're colliding into each other. At one point during the gig, I looked at Bill. I'm like, "Bill, am I bleeding?" And he's looking at me. He goes, "No, you look fine." And I saw a little blood on my guitar. Okay, next song.
Yeah.
Then I looked, there's more blood on my guitar. I'm like, "No, Bill, I'm bleeding."
Oh my God.
And what happened, I knocked the tip off the switch of the guitar,
Yeah.
and it had sliced me right here.
Oh.
But it was so clean, and my adrenaline was going, I didn't
Yep.
feel it.
Yeah.
And, this blood, we're doing flips, we're going all over the place. And afterwards, my dad, who's known Bill since he's a little, and knows the bass player and all of us since we're toddlers. He's watching us, and he's like, I don't know what I blank just heard. I don't know what I blank just saw.
Yeah.
He said, but the audience enjoyed themselves.
Yep.
And you guys enjoyed yourselves. And he said, that's all that matters. You must have done a good job. So
Yeah.
that was the whole thing, is we would take like this party on stage and literally bring it into the audience.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was like a whole thing. It was fun.
Yeah. Well, how metal is that too? You know, you're bleeding and you don't even notice it because of the adrenaline. That's awesome.
Good time.
Jumping on people's tables, kicking pitchers of beer across the club.
Really? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I hear these stories, and I'm like, man, that's cool. We have to play it. Come on.
Yeah. Except it's stuff you couldn't get away with today, probably.
Right.
Yeah,
No.
So I have to kind of live vicariously through their memories a little bit. So.
Yeah. Yeah. No doubt.
Even what we're telling you now has been cleaned up and sanitized. Yeah. Let's put it this way. I found an old rehearsal tape, and someone left the tape player running.
Yeah.
And it's just conversations and an average day in the life of Be Afraid.
Yeah.
And I called our old bass player, Len. I'm like, Len, I got this tape. He's like, burn it. And I can say if any of those conversations were heard, no one in the band could run for public office.
Right. Did you guys ever get it sounds like the shows got pretty wild. Did you ever get banned from anywhere, from playing anywhere, or
3 times at the Rap before we hit the stage.
what do you mean? 3 times you got banned? How does?
In that one day.
Oh, in that one day.
Yeah.
What happened?
Friend of Bill's, he's a friend of mine too, but more Bill's. He decided to moon the Mass Pike behind the Rathskeller.
Okay.
And they were like, what are you guys doing? You're out of here. And it's like, no, he's not in the band. And we were behind the Rat drinking beers.
Yeah.
He go, get in the club. So we grabbed our beers and we came in the club.
Yeah.
And now we're in the dressing room drinking our beers, but they're our outside beers.
Okay.
And another person walks in the dressing room. What are you doing? We don't sell those. We're like, they told us to come inside. I mean, we're totally innocent, right? It was like this is wrong. So they took our beers and they told us, you're done. You're not playing tonight.
Oh, wow.
Again. And then we were like, please, we'll behave.
Yeah.
So we're trying to behave. I grab a beer at the bar with my dad. And then the manager walks over and I had like a baby face. He goes, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm having a beer. You took our other beers. Where's your ID? Like an idiot, I left my ID at the studio.
Oh, no.
The drinking age was only 20 back then.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And I had just turned 20 like a couple months earlier. And I'm like, he's like, that's it. You guys are done. And it's like, no, I swear I'm 20. I go, this is my dad. And my father's like, he's actually old enough to drink. And it was the whole thing. 3rd time kicked out. Okay, you guys can play again. So we went up on stage. And the buzz in the club was like, I'm going to blackball these guys from everywhere in Boston.
Yeah.
They're never playing anywhere again. So we got on stage. We're like, we're going to go for broke.
Yeah.
So it was the backflips, the blood, and we got done. And the manager from the Rat was like, next time you play, if you ever play here again.
Oh, wow.
We played Jackson, Cambridge, and it burned down a week later. I think we were the last rock band to actually play there.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah. Yeah.
And that was a nightmare.
So why did it, I never heard about this. Why did it burn down? Do you
It
know?
just burnt.
Yeah.
Wiring or whatever.
Yeah.
For all we know. Who knows?
Yeah. Wow.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Were you guys, when you guys were really active, were you playing like every week? Were you playing it all over Boston or?
Twice a month.
Oh,
a
okay.
month.
Yeah.
So we would play in Boston, and then we would play down the beach, Revere Beach.
Oh, okay.
And that was always cool because we play with bands like Mass.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you know those guys, but they're awesome guys.
Mass?
Yeah.
I saw them once.
Yeah.
It's still around.
I saw them at my first concert. So my first concert was Winger
Okay.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, exactly.
in Concord, and Mass opened for them.
So, Gene, Joey, they're just like such Louis. they're just great guys. We played with them. Me and Billy played with them again in separate bands.
Oh, okay.
So he was in Erotica, I was in the Wind.
Played
We
down
opened for Mass.
Bill
Yeah.
Ash's down the beach.
We played down
Oh.
there with them, and yeah. So yeah, we would we just played all over the beach.
Yeah, yeah. Did you guys play with anybody who went on to really be? I mean, Mass people know them, but like, did you play with anyone who
Nuno.
went on to? Oh, you played with Nuno
When
Betancourt? Yeah.
Before he was in the Dream, Stream, he was
Yeah.
in another. I don't even remember the name of the band.
I don't.
But yeah, and everybody, wow.
Oh yeah.
This kid, he is
He's
just
amazing,
So
yeah.
talented.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Unbelievable.
It's the city we come from, Malden. It's really strange musically. So, the street I grew up on, I didn't live there when he lived there, but Norman Greenbaum lived on my street.
Oh no kidding.
Yeah, Spirit in the Sky.
Yeah.
If I walked around the corner, and I knew him, I grew up with him. Phil Bino lived around the corner. He played with Charlie Farron. Then
Who was
went on-
from Malden?
Okay.
who's also from Malden. Then Phil went on to play for Steve Vai.
Okay.
Go across town, there's Gary Sharon and the guys from Extreme.
Yeah.
And before they were Extreme, they were Adrenaline. Their first guitar player, Matt McKay, was my guitar teacher.
Oh no kidding.
So we knew all those guys. And then Matt's brother, Mark, formed a band called Slapshot, you might have heard of.
Yes.
And then Johnny A. lived in town, and Dave Robinson from the Cars lived in town, and Boy's Life. And it was just these all out of this one city.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Yeah.
And everyone was really cool. So like Gary's a little older than me, Phil from Phil Bino, and those guys would always like help you out. It wasn't like this rival band type
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah.
They'd lend you gear or give you tips, or like I said, Matt was my guitar teacher, so
Yeah.
it was a really good environment to grow up in.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean that's great because if you'd grown up somewhere, if any of you guys had grown up somewhere else, who knows? If you grew up somewhere where there was no musicians around, you might not be doing music today. Who knows?
So like you said, it's hard to find drummers.
Yeah,
You could just like walk to the cafeteria in high school and go, "Hey, I need a drummer," and 5 guys would put their hand up.
that's fantastic.
Including
yeah.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
including
yeah.
Bill.
I started as a drummer.
Oh, did you? Yeah,
I did.
yeah. Did you do both for a while?
I did.
Because you don't see a lot of that. You don't see a lot of singing drummers.
The Eagles.
Yeah, yeah. There's a few, but yeah. I mean, my theory is, because drums is the most physical instrument because you're using all 4 of
Right.
your limbs. So to do that, did you find it challenging to do that and sing?
It depended on the genre. I mean,
Yeah.
if it was, a very fast, heavy, that your breathing is different when you're playing drums.
Yeah.
You got to kind of, it's like a sport.
Oh yeah.
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And whereas singing, it's more of a posture thing.
Yeah.
To use the proper muscles in your stomach and in your throat.
Yeah.
So it could be it was challenging. I didn't do it for a long time. I gravitated towards singing because, obviously you couldn't find a lot of good singers.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Especially in the rock scene. So.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I love your voice on these tracks,
Thank
and absolutely. We should play another one. Oh, it's getting late. Yeah, I want to at least get one more of these in. Where should we go next?
I would probably say Hollywood.
Oh, Hollywood? You want to go Within the Wine? That's more of our little more commercial.
Hollywood.
Well,
We'll do Hollywood. Do Hollywood.
Yeah.
we'll go with Hollywood, and then we'll get within the wine in at the end of the show. We'll have time for both. We'll play this. We'll come back and just kind of remind everybody where to find you guys and the Paper Jam article and so forth, and then we'll play the other one at the end. But yeah, this is called Hollywood with Snakes, and this is BF Raid, Boston's final raid, here with us live in studio. And it's not playing. Why is it not playing? Let me try that again. Here we go. Wait, it's doing something weird.
Welcome to BFR News Live. Breaking news, Harvey Weinstein is in prison. Judge James Burke in New York City just delivered the sentence. 23
Cellulose flickers on the screen, light defines these classic scenes. Adolescent dreams come to life, the stars buzz, great night life. Your heart's pounding as the credits roll. For all this, you'd sell your soul. Scenes all filled with falsehood, but still you're bound for Hollywood. left behind that life for good. You're finally shaking off Hollywood. Goodbye, Hollywood. You find yourself on the casting couch. It helps if you think of someone else. You finally earned the starring role. It's a pity, girl, it cost you your soul.
Oh, what a great track, Hollywood with Snakes. The band is BF Raid. Boston's final raid with us here live in studio. And in a couple of moments, we'll wrap up with those guys and we'll get one more track in. Before we run out of time, though, Jenny, I want to make sure we remind everybody of what is going on tonight. Big event. Big event.
Yes, very big event at the Mosaic Art Collective, the Small Wonders Miniature Art Show. The opening is tonight from 4 to 8 p.m. I hope you will join us there. I proudly have 4 pieces in this show, which is insane. I've never had so many pieces in a jury show. So thank you.
We're very proud of her.
So you can go to the Mosaic Art Collective, which is located at 66 Hanover Street, Suite 201, right here in the Queen City in the De La Mera building. And if you are coming tonight, please, please, please consider bringing some art supplies. We are collecting art supplies to donate to local Manchester children. And there will also be a raffle tonight with the proceeds going to New Hampshire Reproductive Fund.
Very good. So that is, what is it, 4 to 8?
4 to 8 p.m. tonight is the opening. The show is actually going to be up through December. And all of the pieces in this show are below 12 by 12 size. So that's why it's a miniature collection.
Very good. Yeah. So come down, join us tonight. And guys, this has been wonderful. Thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Thank you.
Our pleasure.
Thank you for the hat and the mugs and the
my
shirts
gosh.
and everything. Yeah.
Spoiled.
I know.
I can't wait to use my new coffee mug.
And the stickers, as you can see, if you can see the back of Jenny's computer there.
I don't like stickers.
She does.
I've run out of places. I need a new thing to put stickers on.
What should our listeners know about where to keep up with everything you guys are doing?
I would say the Facebook page would be a really good place. It gets updated quite often, but also bfray.com.
Yeah.
So
We're still on Facebook. We're old.
Yeah.
but we were lucky to grab that URL like 30 years ago, and it just sat around, did nothing. It's like, wow, we have this URL. We'll use it. So,
Yeah.
Honestly, Bruce is the media guru, though. He's the one that
really
does. He does a great job getting our name out there. And,
Yeah.
I mean, he's responsible for all of this and Paper Jam.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
The swagger and all that.
The press release, which was awesome. And
Oh my gosh,
we
all
appreciate
of that was amazing.
He puts in a lot of time doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you do the website too? Did you build the site? Yeah. I'm a web designer, so I look at and I judge websites, but I like your site. No, it's very good. Very good. Yeah. It looks good, and it's easy to find everything. Just because, I see a lot of bad websites. So when I see a good one, I like to go out of my way to say, hey, that's a good site. Thank you. I see a lot of bad ones.
He's very judgy.
I am. I'm very judgmental about websites. And you guys it sounds like you're already talking about another album. Is that correct?
We're already writing it.
We've got 5 in the queue now.
Excellent. Okay.
And it's going to be BF Raid, but there's a couple of songs that are maybe a little departure. There's one that we love called What You Crave.
Yeah.
Still has that deep, almost like Who Cracked the Egg kind of Sabbathy feel.
Yeah.
But it's written around like a Hindu toady scale.
Okay.
So it's written, you wouldn't hear that, but it was written with like Indian music scales.
Okay.
So
Nice.
it has a weird, dissident, kind of deep sound to it. It's kind of cool. And then we have a song about Wyatt Earp called Bullets from the Board.
Okay.
And that just has time signatures all over the place.
Yeah.
It's like 3-4 different time signatures in different parts of the song. So that's been the biggest challenge, I would say, out of all the songs.
Yeah.
Wow. No, it sounds it. Yeah. Well, we will close out with one more track. This Within the Wine. Anything we should know about this before we play it?
Very early Bear Afraid song. This is something we did back in the day. We played this live with the exception of the intro.
Okay.
Right.
So the intro was added a year ago, and I always wanted to have an intro to this song, but we would just usually start it off 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, right into it.
Yeah.
And I would say we kind of call it a poppy song
Yeah.
because it doesn't seem as heavy,
Yeah.
A bit more commercial than the other.
Yeah. Yeah. Very melodic, very
So
accessible.
what's it about again, Bruce?
it's about me being a spaz and not being able to approach women when I was much younger.
Oh, no kidding.
So I would pound down a couple beers and then I could talk to anybody.
Right.
Oh, like Raj from The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, but a worse version of Raj.
Yeah.
So I just had like a lot of, before Be Afraid, I was this chubby kid
Yeah.
that played in like a kind of rock band, but wasn't really successful with the ladies. And then I dropped all this weight. I joined this metal band where I could take my shirt off in pictures,
Yeah.
but I was still self-conscious. So
Yeah.
the alcohol would help with that a little bit.
Sure. Understood. Well, yeah, we will close with this, but thank you guys, and thank you to everyone who joined us today. Of course, Jack and Cora in the first hour, and then we had Eleanor and Spelfie during the second hour talking about Spelfie Fest coming up November 24th at Jewel, right here in Manchester. But we will close with this. This is from BF Raid, Boston's final raid, and the album is called Raid It Again. And gentlemen, again, thank you so much.
No, thank you for having me.
Bruce,
Thank you.
Bill, Matt, all three of you. Wonderful to have you here. And this is great. We will close with this. This track is called Within the Wine.
WMNH 95.3. The commander to the supreme leader, Matzo coming down.
On November 22nd, join us at the Sister Witch Company for a pre-Black Friday event and the lighting of our Yule tree at 1193 Hooksett Road in Hooksett. From 5:30 to 9:30 p.m., enjoy local vendors, light refreshments, and holiday shopping. Plus, be there by 7 for the tree lighting and receive an